everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we've got the gameplay video for Lord of the Rings, the card game. I initially planned on this being a multi-part series, but you'll see how that goes when the game gets started. So without anything else, let's go on and get right into it. Okay, so here you can see the setup. I've got this deck and this deck already shuffled up. My three heroes are going to be Theodred, Éowyn, and Beravor. If you want to get more into detail about their powers, you can go look at my card close-ups for those spheres of influence. Up here we've got the quest deck, and this is the Necromancer's Tower, which is the third quest in the base set. Some flavor text here. The Lady Galadriel of Lorien has asked you to investigate the area in the vicinity of Dol Guldur. While doing so, one of your allies was ambushed by orcs, captured, and is now held in a dungeon cell. Setup. Search the encounter deck for the three objective cards. That's these three cards underneath those encounter cards. Reveal and place them in the staging area. Also place the Nazgul of Dol Guldur, this guy over here, face up but out of play alongside the quest deck. Then shuffle the encounter deck and attach one encounter card to each objective card. So that's where these guys came from. Each of those are attached to those objectives. I cannot get to those objectives until this location and these two guys are taken care of for each of those objectives. So once one of them is taken care of, that objective would be available. So let's flip this over. Okay, so randomly select one hero among all the heroes controlled by the players and turn it face down. That hero is now considered a prisoner, cannot be used, cannot be damaged, and does not collect resources until it is rescued, as instructed by the card effects later in this quest. Okay, so here we go. We're going to randomly select one of these heroes. And keep in mind, I'm using a three-sphere deck, which means that whichever hero gets chosen here is going to essentially render that sphere useless until they are rescued. And it's my primary quester, Éowyn. So Éowyn has been captured. Now leaves Beravor and Theodred to rescue her. All right, the players as a group cannot play more than one ally each round, and players cannot advance to the next stage of the quest unless they have at least one objective card, as well as 9 progress tokens on there. So, already got our work cut out for her. Let's go in and get our initial 6. All right, and you can see I've got Faramir, the Steward of Gondor, Lord of Imladris, the Dwarven Tomb, another Lord of Imladris, and another ally Snowborn Scout. So, let's move on to the beginning of the game. Let's get this show on the road here. First, resource phase. These two heroes are going to get their resources, one each. Then going to, let's get this set up. 8, 10. Was that 27? Yep, 27. Alright, so I'll start with 27 threat on the threat dial. Got those. Let's draw my 7th card for Gondor. Okay, that's actually a really good event card. I like this one a lot. Okay. That works really well in conjunction with Steward of Gondor. Okay. Now, let's see what we can do here. Planning phase. Now, since I'm already down a hero, I want to get an ally out as soon as possible. So I'm going to go ahead, spend 1 resource to get the Snowborn Scout out. He has a response. After Snowborn Scout enters play, choose a location, place 1 progress token on that location. Only 1 location out here. Put that there. That means we only need 1 more to clear up that location. Okay. Nothing else I can do. Everything else is too expensive right now. So we're going to move on to the quest phase. Now I've got 6 up there right now. I might even come close down here, which is not a good thing. I'm also going to have both of these guys come down because of my current threat level. They have 10. I'm at 27. I think I'm going to have to absorb. Man. That's really rough. Okay, this guy can act as cannon fodder for one of them. I guess what I'm going to have to do is commit Theodred just to try to deal with some of that. He's going to use his ability to give, let's see. Yeah, he'll give himself a resource. That way next turn I can play Steward of Gondor. And now, let's see what we'll do next. Okay, so just him. Now we're going to draw a card. Under the Shadow. When revealed, until the end of the phase, raise the total threat in the staging area by X, where X is the number of players in the game. So it's just raised by 1. And that's a treachery card, so it immediately goes to the discard pile. So now instead of 6 threat, we've got 7 threat versus my 1 willpower, which means this is going up by 3. Is it 20 or by 6? This is at 27, so now we'll be at 33. Already a very, very rough start. So next, let's see. We're going to go on to the travel phase, and I think I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to travel there because both these guys are coming down. So that brings us to the encounter phase. Now I don't need to voluntarily encounter anybody because both of them are going to come at me anyway. So he's coming down, and we'll keep him underneath the shadow key so we remember which one of these he belongs to. And that Dogaldor Orc is coming down as well. So both these guys are going to attack. So now we're in the combat phase. They each get a shadow card. The Snowborn Scout is going to throw himself at the Dogaldor Orcs here. This one, no shadow effect. 2 attack versus his 1 defense. Only deals 1 damage to him, but he only has 1 health, so he's going to be dead. And then these Dogaldor Orcs will be blocked by Bearvor. No shadow effect as well. 2 attack versus her 2 defense. It's a wash, nothing happens. Those go in the discard pile. Now, normally this would be where I attack, but I don't have anybody to attack with, so we go straight to the refresh phase. Okay, gotta raise my threat by 1. I'm at 34 now. And now we'll go back to the resource phase. Okay, pretty rough first turn. Let's hope this one's a little bit better. Okay, got my 2 resources. Draw a card. Forest Snare. That could be useful in a bit. So we'll put this back here. And let's see. Okay, we're in the planning phase now. I'm going to spend 2 leadership resource to get the Steward of Gondor attached to a hero. Attached hero gains the Gondor trait. An action, exhaust Steward of Gondor, meaning this card, not the hero himself, to add 2 resources to attached hero's resource pool. Okay, so now let's see where we're at. Nothing else I can really do that would be useful right now in the planning phase. So now we're going to move on to the quest phase. And once again, I am left with a difficult decision. I think I'm going to have to risk letting Theodred take some damage. I'm going to send Bearvor on the quest. I think I have to. I don't see any other way. So, 1 encounter card, 2 more threat. It's not good. Okay. We've got her 2 willpower versus 4 threat total. We're down by 2 again. Puts us up to 36. Alright, so travel phase. At this point, I'm going to have to travel to one of these. I can't afford to exhaust a hero right now, so I'm going to have to travel to the mountains of Mirkwood. And this says, reveal the top card of the encounter deck and add it to the staging area. It also has a response. After Mountains of Mirkwood leaves play as an explored location, each player may search the top 5 cards of his deck for 1 card and add it to his hand. And then shuffle the rest of the search cards back into the deck. So at least you get something good for getting past there, but so far I haven't been able to do anything positive with questing, so we'll see if that does anything. I have to reveal the top card. It is a treachery. When revealed, each player discards all event cards in his hand. Okay, so that basically means I got nothing but Faramir left in my hand. That's pretty brutal. Okay, so now where are we at? Well, first, before I forget, let's exhaust Steward of Gondor just so I get these 2 resource tokens down here. Hopefully that'll help out in the next go round. These orcs are going to attack. Heal attack and heal attack. You get their encounter cards. Theodred is going to block this one. No shadow effect, so that's good. 2 attack versus his 1 defense means he gets 1 damage. Now this guy's going to come in unblocked. No shadow effect as well, that's good. But he does deal 2 damage. I have to deal that directly to a character. And see, it is a difficult. I normally would use Barivore as my blocker. I probably should have left it behind in the first place to do it this time. But so because of that, I'm going to put that on Theodred and hope that I can heal him somehow in a bit. I had several healing cards, but those are all in my discard pile now. So we'll see where that goes. All right, that's the end of the combat phase. Refresh phase. Let's see what we're going to do here. That's all refreshed, okay. So, resource phase. And see, this right here, can't do anything with it because Eowyn is captured. So I think, man. Well, first let's exhaust Steward of Gondor to get 2 more resources. So he's at 5 now. Planning phase, I'm going to spend 4 to put Faramir into play. And he has an action, exhaust Faramir to choose a player. Each character controlled by that player gets +1 willpower until the end of the phase. Okay, so right now we need to deal with what's going on up here with these guys right here. They're really killing me here. Should I use Barivor's ability where she can exhaust and then draw 2 cards? It seems like a risk, but I really need to get at least 1 more ally out. I think right now the best thing to do I just don't know. I'm going to have, I think I will, if I quest with him, then both those guys are going to come down and then I could attack. Oh man, this is just so... Alright, I'm going to quest with her. See how this goes. I'm gaining 2 more threat. Because I only have 2. Oh, this has a win revealed. Each player must choose and exhaust 1 character he controls. So I'll exhaust Theodred. Okay. And then really wish I could see what's coming up here. All right. Well, now, so now we enter the travel phase, but I can't because that's over there. So we enter the combat phase, or the encounter phase, I should say. And this guy is coming down because of my threat level. So now all of them are attacking. All right, guys, this is going to be a really short game, I think. All of them are attacking. I know I flipped that over. I did not see what's there, so so he's gonna have to block. He'll block the King Spider because he's gonna deal the most damage. Let's see where this goes. All right, so no shadow effect. 3 against his 2 is gonna deal him 1 damage, and this guy comes through unblocked. Shadow effect. Raise defending player's threat by 4 or by 8 if it's undefended. Look at this. I'm at 46. All right, and then right here, coming through undefended. Oh, wait, you know what? Let's not forget, 2 damage has to be dealt to one of my heroes. So that's going to have to go on Bearivore because otherwise he's dead. And then shadow effect. Attacking enemy gets +1 attack, +3 if undefended. So that means one of my heroes is dead. So I guess Bearivore. Okay. And that's there. I gotta say, this is really blowing my mind right now how bad this game's going. Okay, so we're moving on to the refresh phase. All right, and then the resource phase. I got just the 1 hero. Planning phase. We're going ahead and tap that to get 2 more resources. And draw a card. Okay. All right, now that but see, both these cards are useless because I don't have a hero. And so now we'll move on in to the quest phase. The thing is, at this point, if I don't quest, well, you know what? Let's just quest. We don't really have a choice at this point. We got to try to do something here. So he's going to quest with 1. That's going to be a difference of 3. Puts me up to 49. But then see, I can already show you in the combat phase, we'll play this out. Okay, I can't travel anywhere. Encounter phase. Yeah, let's just see how, okay. So we'll put that there, and there. We'll have Faramir block this spider. No shadow effect. 3 attack against his 2, that's 1 damage. All right, then this guy's getting through no matter what. No shadow effect, but 2 damage. Goes to this guy. That hero's dead. Game over. Yeah, so I got my tail beat pretty hard there. The 3rd mission in the base set is incredibly difficult. A lot of people say can't be beaten, at least not without a great deal of luck, without purchasing more cards from other sets. So, anyway, glad you could watch me utterly fail. Also, I have been proven wrong. The box says 30 minutes is the minimum time frame, and actually looks like you can get it in 30 minutes or less if you get absolutely crushed. So, there you go. A couple reminders, I do have a contest going right now for a promo card for the game Legacy, Testament of Duke de Crécy. Go over and look at that video for more details. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Look me up on BGG. And until next time, if you're bored online, bored offline.